So now it is time to execute the project. We have the setup ready. I will be running the plan.py program, and that will send the temperature value, humidity value and moisture value to the AWS IoT topic, and from there the data will be returned to the DynamoDB. So here you can see that I have inserted the soil moisture sensor into the pot, and also I have connected the temperature sensor over here, DHT11, and I have used a double side tape to stick it on, and also the soil moisture sensor is connected over here. So now let's first run the program to fetch the sensor values and store it in the DynamoDB. Before that, I will just show the will ensure that all the program is correct in the file. So we can just quickly verify it. So I am importing the Adafruit library and also reading the initializing the library. We find a function over here which will get invoked when we want to read the moisture value, and at the end of this program file, so you can validate that okay, the timestamp is there, temperature value, humidity value, moisture value, all are combined into a JSON dictionary, and that JSON message is sent or published to the AWS IoT topic which we created. So now let's go ahead and run this file. So to run this file, so this is a command I will be using. So here Python 3 space file name, and I have to pass the endpoint with the parameter -e, and -r is for the root certificate, and this is for the I am passing here the device certificate and the private key, and also I am specifying the topic name over here. So once I run this one, you can observe here that now the values are being fetched actually, and it is sent to the AWS IoT topic. So you can see the time, the temperature, humidity and moisture values over here. So this will be running for every 2 seconds. It will be fetching and sending it to the AWS IoT topic, which in turn will be saving it to the DynamoDB. So now let's go ahead and look at the DynamoDB database. So we'll just we'll subscribe to the topic. Yeah, we already subscribed to the topic. You can see over here, and you can see the messages which are been flowing now. So I can clear it, and you can see the messages which are coming over here to the topic. Now if I go to the DynamoDB and refresh the table, you can see the values have been getting stored in the DynamoDB. So this is the time, which is the primary key, and then the temperature, which is the sort key which we added, and the payload which is coming in. So you can edit this one if you want to view the details, and also you can download this all the data by selecting and exporting it. You can export it to a CSV file. Like this, select everything and click on export to CSV file and save the file, and you can view that file. Let's go ahead and open it. So here you can see the data which is coming in, the payload data, moisture and this humidity values. So this is how we read the data from the Raspberry Pi and send it to the AWS IoT and save the data in the DynamoDB. So in this project, we are also using a small submersible DC motor, which can be triggered remotely by sending the messages to the topic. We will be sending the message to turn on the motor, and also turn off the motor. We can send the message, and with that message, we'll be subscribing to that message and reading out the action which is coming, that is to turn on. And if the action is turn on, then we'll be sending the signal to the GPIO pin, which is connected to this motor to turn it on, and that will supply the water to the plant. So now let's go ahead and make a copy of the sample file, same file, and I will call the copied file as pump.py, and in this one I will be adding the logic. Now to this pump is connected to the GPIO 17. So for this one, first let's go ahead and add the libraries, import the libraries, that is board and the GPIO library in this one. Next, we have a function here which is called as custom callback, which will be reading the messages once it comes to the topic. So we'll be overwriting this function. So let me use this function to read the message which is coming to the topic and take action, that is to turn on the motor if the message is mentioned as on. So I've overwritten the function. So in this one, if you can see in the beginning, I'm printing the message which is coming to the topic, and in that message payload, I will be loading that payload using the JSON loads to a variable called as desired state. So this is the JSON dictionary which will be coming into the topic. So here you can see that pump state is equal to on, key is pump state and the value is on. Then we'll be fetching this value and we'll be checking out using a if statement, that is a conditional statement. If the value is on, then we'll be going ahead and triggering the GPIO 17. We'll be sending a I signal to it and adding a delay with a delay of 2 seconds and then turning off the motor. So here we are turning on the motor for 2 seconds and then turning it off to show you how we can control the motor remotely by using AWS IoT. So I'm saving this file. Next we'll be running this file. Okay, so now it's time to turn on the motor. So we'll be doing it remotely. We'll be sending the on message to the topic, which in turn the topic will be subscribed by the Raspberry Pi, and it will be listening to the messages which are coming in the topic. So once the message has been come, it will read that one, and if the message is to turn on the pump actually, or the DC pump which is there here, so it will go ahead and send a signal to the pump which will be turned on for 2 seconds, and we are turning off actually. We are keeping it on for 2 seconds and then turning off for the demo purpose over here. So let me go ahead and run that file. So this is the program we have. It's the same command, that is Python 3, and here the file name is pump.py, and the endpoint and the same root certificate, device certificate, and the public key is passed to it, and also the topic. We are sending the data to the same topic to read it out to show for the demo purpose. And here you can see I'm only subscribing to the topic and listening. I'm not publishing anything, so I'm only subscribing. So we'll be we'll be publishing to the topic directly from the AWS dashboard. Later on, we can build a web app or a mobile app to send the data to the topic. For now, to look at the project, I will be sending the message from the, I will be pushing the message to the topic from the AWS dashboard, and here the Raspberry Pi will only subscribe to the topic, which will be reading the message and take the action, turn on the motor. Okay, so I'm executing this one now. Okay, so now I've opened the AWS IoT dashboard, and I'm in the test section. So here I've subscribed to the topic. Let me clear these messages. So now what I need to do is I need to publish the message to the topic. What is the message? That is I'm sending here is pump state. The key is pump underscore state, and the value is on. So once this is sent, we have added a if condition. If the message as value as on, then it has to turn on the motor, or it has to turn on the DC pump. So let me go ahead and publish now, and you can watch here the pump will turn on and the water will be flown to the pot. Let me go ahead and publish. Okay. So you can notice that the water has come, and it turned on for 2 seconds only. So you can set the time delay as per needed. Inefficient irrigation methods affect not only the farmer community directly, but also the entire country, as it is important that we stay self-sufficient in terms of food production. As you just witnessed, by collecting, filtering, and analyzing data, IoT has the potential to greatly improve agricultural productivity while reducing a farmer's labor and dependence through remote automation.